trauma can bring out the worst in people. True. This is just a response to someone else's comment. I'm going to put it right here so you see that I'm just going down the line. Hey, Alexa.R. You said, look, I can appreciate the idea of growing from your trauma, rejecting victimhood, and not letting those experiences keep you down. I'm all for that. But to appreciate your trauma because it can make you amazing? Sorry, no, honey. Trauma can bring out the worst in people. True. Yes, it can. That's if you choose to let it bring out the worst in you, personally. It's really best if they don't go through what they go through. But why? Because that experience will make or break the person. And if it breaks the person, then so be it. There's yin and yang for a reason. There's positive, negative for a reason. There's good people and bad people for a reason. One cannot exist without the other, correct? It's really best if they, but that's life, yeah? Life is ass. Life is ass if you determine it to be ass. It's beautiful if you say it's beautiful. It's all whatever your subjective reality believes your reality is. So, yes, it's ass to you, sure, but not to me, because I choose not to look at it that way. I'm aware of the potentiality that it could be ass, and that it is ass at certain times, but to just ultimately determine it to be ass, I'm not going to just subjugate it to such a final sort of opinion, if you will. I'm not going to appreciate my narcissist father's verbal and mental abuse. Why not? Why not? It taught you something, right? You learned something, right? Like, I appreciate my mom's narcissism. I appreciate my dad's narcissism, nonetheless, because it literally allowed me to try to be aware of my own potentiality for narcissistic behaviors and also understand that I possess those same potential qualities that I have to be more aware of, so I'm not the same kind of piece of shit that they were. Mind you, they did the best that they could as single parents, but whatever. Don't hold a grudge, you get along with them, that's great. I wish I get along with my mother. My mother has yet to forgive herself for her shit that she's not forgiven herself for, you know? And that's what is preventing us from having a good relationship, is my mom's inability to forgive and let go, so to speak, and just move forward. But I'm stoked for you to actually finally getting along with your father. That never worked out for me, but you know, woohoo. Forgiving someone and letting go doesn't always solve the issue, hon. No, it doesn't solve the issue, sure, but it solves it for you. It solves it for you. It solves it for the individual that it's affected. Sure, because the other person doesn't recognize it. That's their own. That's their, you know, you can only work on yourself, really. And hope that the other people around you are working on themselves as well. But sometimes that's not always the case, especially when you're dealing with narcissistic parents or narcissistic people in general. Mental trauma will still affect you even when you choose not to be a victim. Yeah, if you let it affect you. You're weak-minded. Sorry, but that's my personal opinion. If you haven't grown from it, you haven't learned from it, you got a lot more work to do. That's fine. That's okay. You're still on your path. Everyone's on their path. There are ways I look at social interaction that are not healthy. Well, that's your problem. That's unfortunate. That if you recognize that it's not healthy, then work on it. I have to fix them. Yes, you do. But they are there, even though I choose to keep pushing. Of course, because you still have the work to, fix them. You still have the work to work around them to learn how to appreciate them nonetheless. Like, what? And you're suggesting that I appreciate the trauma that has hindered many, many things in my life. If that's playing the victim, you're already like, oh, it's hindered my, well, you let it hinder your there's things that hindered but I don't, woe is me about it. That's how I'm reading it, because I don't hear the tone and stuff like that, whatnot, which is why I'm responding in a video while I'm reading your own message. That has been a constant battle to overcome. Yeah, life is a battle. It can be, and it will be one if you believe it to be one. That's your choice. That's your whatever obstacle that you're faced with, you can get through it as long as you know that you can. But a lot of people don't have that self-love or self-confidence to getting through their shit. Once they hit with some negatives, oh my God, woe is me. Oh my God, everyone else needs to feel as shit as I do, because that's misery loves company type shit. You know, constant battle to overcome that has been an inconvenience. Dross. What's draw? What's DROSS? I don't know what that is. Is that a typo? Once again, your statements lack nuance and wider perspective. I don't think so. I just answered all your shit. You lack nuance. You lack wider perspective. I think you're just projecting, baby. That's it.